The 2012 Atlanta Blade Show, William Hovey Smith. Now, I'm likely best known as the author of Backyard Deer Hunting, but I also have a radio show, Hovey's Outdoor Adventures, and cover the Blade Show every year.
This is Hovey's Outdoor Adventures, and now we are at Blade Show at the Cobb Galleria in Atlanta. And inside there are thousands of knives by hundreds of makers. On last year's show, I featured knife makers, so you could see what was going on, what different knife makers were doing, and all of their kinds of products, both private makers and industrial companies. This year, I'm talking more to the attendees. So we'll interview 8 attendees of all ages, and you'll get their take on different knives, what they like, what they're looking for, and what brings them from all the way across the country to the Atlanta Blade Show. And as companion to this show, we are going to have 2 YouTube videos that will feature 2 quite different knife makers. One who makes tactical knives that are eminently practical and useful, and the other who makes knives that, well, are maybe a little bit on the erotic side.
There are young knife makers at the show, such as Zach Spry, shown here with his dad in the background, and also Cody Riggs, who is very interested in collecting case knives. Couples come too, like Gail Thomas and Ann Farnaque, who were interested in hunting and tactical knives. David Yonkowski was here with his son picking up some knife-making gear and equipment. And also Howard Kingston all the way from New Iberia, Louisiana, to see what was new. Knife collectors associations are here too, and these people collect modern knives, while there are knife rights organizations such as the American Knife and Tool Institute. Mykel Hawke was here talking about survival and introducing his new book. Now, knife makers included Grace Horne, who makes a very interesting derivation of the classical double-edged dagger. D.J. Urbanovsky does tactical knives and does these very well. He has this pattern with 3 different finishes, and he also makes titanium spoons. Stone River has an interesting hunting knife. Here's an old knife from Venice, Italy. There are also demonstrations such as sword fighting and cutting demonstrations here. K&M Sharpeners introduced a sharpening jig where you can select precise angles for sharpening, while Forrest Bogg presented his very excellent American-made display cases. Eagle Cutlery had a new line of kitchen knives that they'll actually have in production next year, while the American Readiness Center gets you ready with food that'll keep for 25 years. It helps to have hound dog supervision, and Mojo here provided that during the Blade Show. Now, I'm an author, and backyard deer hunting, crossbow hunting, extreme muzzleloading, and practical bow fishing are some of my books. Now, to hear this show, it will air on July the 2nd, 2012, over webtalkradio.net. Now, to find it, go to my website, www.hoveysmith.com, and click on the link immediately below the banner. Now, for my books, blogs, videos, and radio show, go to www.hoveysmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.